This is going to be a new show or little thing I make from time to time. Frankie's Car Reviews. I just got done watching Madam Web, and I'm struggling to say anything about it. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't worse than Morbius, because Morbius was the first time I ever watched any kind of movie where I wanted to get up halfway through and ask for a refund. That's how bad I thought Morbius was. I wanted to leave and get a refund. Madam Web, though, I was just bored. And that's not good when you're watching a movie. You should be engaged in a movie. And by the end of it, I was checking the time on my phone, seeing if it was close to the end. It's not terrible. I don't know why it's set in the 2000s. That's odd. I'm pretty sure the only reason that they make it set in the 2000s is for a scene where Toxic by Britney Spears is on the radio. And by far, that was one of the cooler scenes. But I am just a sucker for 2000s nostalgia. I don't know if it was because I was catatonic or if it was because I was just ready to go and trying to find any type of emotion with this movie. But there is a scene where Madam Web meets her mom before she dies in a vision. And I did kind of tear up from that. But maybe that's just my underlying mommy issues. But it was a movie. and I think that's the extent of a compliment that I can give this movie, is that it was in fact a movie. It was 100 minutes. It went out in movie theaters and it starred actors. Speaking of the actors, oh wow. It felt like every single person making this movie was just half-assing. And maybe that's kind of Dakota Johnson's kind of vibe, where she kind of plays characters that are not really all likable. I didn't. I'm struggling for words with this. I don't even know if we're supposed to like Madam Web in the beginning of the movie, because she's such an unlikable character. I found myself being like, why is this movie about her? Because this lady kind of sucks. There's going to be spoilers. I don't think you can talk about this movie without spoiling it. There is a scene at the beginning where Dakota Johnson's character, Madam Web, Cassie Webb, she's a paramedic, and she saves this kid's mom. And then at the hospital, the kid is handing her a picture that he drew for her because she saved his mom. And she doesn't know how to interact with children, I guess. And it was her partner, who happens to be Ben Parker, Uncle Ben. They love hammering that part in. That's Ben Parker, and he's gonna have Peter Parker as like a son figure in the future. They make a lot of references to that. But she doesn't. He's like, hey, take the picture. Like, he's a kid handing you a drawing. Take it. And she's like, oh, what do I do with it? Like, her exact words were, why do I take this? And then he's like, just take it now and throw it away later. Like as if she doesn't know how to interact with people when she's a paramedic, which makes me think she must have had situations like this a lot. No, but I don't know. Hey, it's me again, interjecting because I forgot two things. I'm in a different parking lot now, but still my car, still Frankie's Car Reviews. I forgot to mention two things. One, going back to how I think Madam Web was supposed to be unlikable during the movie, but I forgot there's a scene where she gets stray cat. Which is it happens a lot in movies with unlikable characters, where you have your character interact with a stray animal and then feed them or take care of them or take them in, and it's supposed to make the character more likable. And they stray cat Dakota Johnson's Cassie Webb. They stray cat her right at the beginning of the movie, and she says to the cat, like, us strays need to stick together. And I don't know, even with that, she was such an unlikable character. And second, this is just a behind the scenes thing, but still, it's like the movie itself didn't want to even show itself to us, because at the beginning of the my screening, this happened, and I will have a picture pop up here. The movie just straight up didn't want to play, and I think that says a lot. That even the movie itself didn't want to play, and that is a good that's a good review of Madam Web. The movie itself doesn't want to play. Kicking it back to the old Frankie. Okay, I promise the next time I do this, it'll be more structured. But this movie is just so bad. Even walking out of it, I'm remembering it in phases. But I forgot to talk about the villain, Ezekiel Sims. Has no backstory. They try to shove one in right at the beginning, where he kills everyone that was helping him and Cassie's mom find the spider that ends up giving her the powers. But he drops a single line of backstory, which is, I'm not interested in helping people because no one helped me and my family when we were starving. No joke, that is the only bit of backstory that we get for the bad guy in this movie. And then, not to mention that he's not that scary. He has super strength. He can, like, leap from building to building. And he has, like, a poisonous touch that if he holds you, he can, like, completely kill you with poison. But he's never scary. He's not a scary villain. And, man, does this man love choking women. And it's almost exclusively women that he likes choking. He chokes all the 3 teenage girls that are the main characters in the movie. He chokes Cassie Webb. I almost said Cassie Lang. But he just loves choking women. There's a scene where he fights some cops, and he takes down every single male cop, and then he gets to the woman cop, and he chokes her. It's like this guy almost exclusively likes choking women, which is, I don't know, a weird trait, but I guess that's it about the villain. That's all I have to say about him, is that he was just weird and not scary. Final score, I would give Madam Web a 5 out of 10. It is not terrible, but it is not good. You're not going to find any type of... You're not going to gain anything from this movie, but you're not going to lose anything by watching this movie. So, a solid 5 out of 10 movie. I guess that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching. This is going to... I'll see how many times I get to do this, or if I even remember to do this whenever I walk out of a movie. But, this has been Frankie's Car Reviews, Episode 1. Madam Web, 5 out of 10.